KAISER is 0-5 as it stands. This dude cannot catch a break. Even after all that backstory, he cannot catch a break. Blue Lock Chapter 262 just dropped. Let's talk about it. So it picks up obviously right where it left off. Basically, Isagi's thinking to himself, like, has KAISER changed the way he's playing now? Am I the reason he's doing this? Dude has no idea. Corona then meets up with Isagi and says, yeah, we can get something done. Let's make this work. And obviously Corona agrees. But then Kirasu comes in and tries to steal it from Isagi. They exchange a few words and whatnot, and then Isagi passes it to Corona. Corona then, being pressured, passes it to none other than Hiyori himself. But it doesn't just stop there. KAISER comes in and steals it from Hiyori with this awesome looking panel right here. But don't get your hopes up. It's KAISER. Remember that. Dude's been on a losing streak this entire time. KAISER then runs trying to figure out what he wants to do. He has an idea in mind, but he's trying to figure everything out and he doesn't really trust Ness all that much. So what does he do? He passes it to none other than Raichi. I honestly didn't even see this coming. Completely out of left field, but I guess whatever. And literally as this happened, everyone, including Isagi, is wondering, why did he do it? For what reason? And then there's one part in here where Igaguri asks, why would he pass to his shitty ass? You're not even playing, big dog. You're not you have no room to talk. You have not set foot on that field in the past 4 games. Shut your mouth. According to KAISER, the reason he did that was because he wants to start from zero. He doesn't want to be predictable. He wants everything to go back to the way that it was. Back to how it was at the beginning of the Neo Egoist League. At least that's what I'm getting from that. His reason for passing to Raichi was because everyone thinks he's predictable or whatnot, and he doesn't want to be predictable. That's exactly what happens in this whole panel right here. He's rebirthing himself, if that makes sense. Here's the Igaguri panel where he says that, whatever. So Raichi passes the ball back to KAISER. Isagi right here in this panel is trying to figure out what's going on, and I think he's kind of figuring it out, but he's not all the way there. And then Ren shows up, and then he says, you're too forceful, Blue Rose, your turn is over. Ren then steals the ball from KAISER, and lo and behold, he's on the ground once again. What is this? Again, the 5th time he's done this? Dude cannot catch a break to save his life. He then goes on this rant internally like, oh, it's all about impulse, it's not about being greedy, it's about so-and-so, like a desire, a turning point to, I guess, better oneself or something, through destruction and reconstruction. He then gets back up, which, you know, gotta give him credit where credit's due. Dude just keeps getting up, which, you know, great. He's basically telling himself, I have to figure out this way of being able to score and reclaim myself, if that makes sense. Same exact thing here, but just on a different panel. Then cut to Raichi and Corona trying to cut off Ren. Ren, I'm gonna be honest, this dude has not been able to catch a break either. Every single time he's had the ball, there's either been 2 guys or just 1 dude on him, pause, that has been able to steal the ball from him. He has not been able to move freely at all. Karasu here then at the bottom starts to explain how this match is like almost impossible to deal with. With Shido on lock and no one being able to produce anything on their side, it's very difficult to get anywhere. We then cut to Hiyori, who says with Isagi we can use a 2-read style and center field. We'll base our attack on that. Meanwhile, we'll put KAISER in second top, allowing us to freely aim for the goal. This is insane. KAISER passes not only to Ness, but also to other players, making it hard for the enemy to predict. We have Isagi's 2-gun and KAISER's impact, 2 cannons at our disposal. Hiyori then says with the destructive power of Isagi and KAISER, it's very hard to predict their next move. From there, we see this awesome 2-page of Corona passing to Isagi, and KAISER following not far behind. And then on the final page, it says, in the midst of the melee, a pair of calm and sharp eyes captured the field, who is none other than Kiora Jin. Which finally, my man is gonna get some screen time, which by God, where has he been? I mean, in episode Nagi, we saw that this dude is very nimble. He's short, but he can move. And if he's able to add on to either KAISER or Isagi's kind of play style, it's wraps. Like, this entire match has just been focused on Bastard Munich and every single player in it, and PXG is kind of just on the sideline right now. Like, if you're a PXG fan, I'm sorry, you're not going to get what you want for at least another 5 or 6 chapters. It's just not happening. Overall, though, I think this entire chapter was really well grounded, in a sense. Not too much happened, but at the same time, a lot happened, and I really like that.